From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene parks of London, we are living in a world increasingly saturated with surveillance. Cameras capture our every move, facial recognition software tracks our faces, and algorithms analyze our digital footprints. The watchful eyes of technology are everywhere, promising safety and security in an uncertain world. This pervasive surveillance isn't just a scene from a dystopian sci-fi film, it's our reality. Governments and corporations alike are rapidly adopting sophisticated surveillance technologies, often citing the need to combat crime, terrorism, and other threats. But as these systems become more advanced and ubiquitous, a critical question emerges: at what cost? The proliferation of surveillance technologies raises profound ethical and societal implications. Are we sleepwalking into a surveillance state where our every move is monitored and scrutinized? What happens when these powerful tools fall into the wrong hands, or when they are used for purposes beyond their intended scope? These are not merely hypothetical questions, they are urgent concerns that demand our attention. In this rapidly evolving landscape of surveillance, one technology stands out for its transformative potential: artificial intelligence. AI is no longer a futuristic fantasy, it's here, it's real, and it's rapidly changing the face of surveillance as we know it. Hello, this is Andy again from AI World with another interesting topic. Artificial intelligence is injecting unprecedented power into surveillance systems. No longer are we limited to grainy CCTV footage. AI is ushering in an era of intelligent surveillance. Imagine a system that can instantly scan a crowd, identifying individuals deemed suspicious. This is the promise of AI-powered surveillance. AI is transforming the surveillance landscape at an astonishing pace. These advancements raise concerns about privacy and potential discrimination. The integration of AI into surveillance systems presents us with a profound paradox. On the one hand, it offers tantalizing possibilities for enhancing security, preventing crime, and even saving lives. The ability to identify potential threats in real time, track down missing persons, and prevent terrorist attacks is undoubtedly appealing. On the other hand, the same technologies that promise to keep us safe also have the potential to erode our fundamental freedoms. The pervasiveness of AI surveillance raises the specter of a society where our every move is monitored, analyzed, and judged by algorithms. A society where dissent is stifled, conformity is enforced, and privacy becomes a distant memory. This is the double-edged sword of AI surveillance, a tool of immense power that can be wielded for good or for ill. From facial recognition to predictive policing, AI is changing how we monitor our surroundings. But how do these technologies work, and what are their implications? Let's uncover the key players in AI surveillance. Facial recognition is widely known and deployed. It identifies individuals based on unique facial features. It's like a digital fingerprint for your face. But AI surveillance goes beyond faces. Predictive policing algorithms forecast crime hotspots. They analyze data to identify high-risk areas. Facial recognition technology, once confined to the realm of science fiction, has become a ubiquitous presence in our lives. Remember the last time you unlocked your smartphone with a glance? That's facial recognition at work. But its applications extend far beyond the convenience of biometric authentication. Law enforcement agencies are increasingly turning to facial recognition as a powerful tool for identifying suspects and tracking down criminals. In China, for instance, facial recognition is being used on a massive scale to monitor citizens, identify criminals, and even shame jaywalkers. Cameras equipped with facial recognition software are ubiquitous in public spaces, constantly scanning faces and comparing them to vast databases of known individuals. While proponents argue that facial recognition enhances public safety, critics raise concerns about its potential for misuse and abuse. The technology is not foolproof, and there have been numerous cases of misidentification, particularly among people of color. Moreover, the widespread use of facial recognition raises profound questions about privacy and civil liberties. Do we really want to live in a society where our every move is tracked and recorded? The debate over facial recognition highlights the complex ethical dilemmas posed by AI surveillance. As technology advances, we must grapple with the trade-offs between security and freedom, between convenience and privacy. The choices we make today will have far-reaching consequences for the future of our society. Imagine a world where police departments could anticipate criminal activity before it even occurs, deploying officers to high-risk areas and preventing crimes before they happen. This is the promise of predictive policing, an emerging field that leverages AI to analyze crime data and forecast future criminal activity. At its core, predictive policing relies on sophisticated algorithms that crunch massive data sets, including historical crime statistics, weather patterns, social media activity, and even geographic data. By identifying patterns and correlations within this data, these algorithms attempt to predict where, when, and by whom crimes are most likely to be committed. While the concept of predictive policing might sound like something straight out of a science fiction film, it's already being implemented by law enforcement agencies around the world. In some cities, predictive policing algorithms are used to determine where to deploy patrol officers, target high-crime areas for increased surveillance, and even identify potential criminals before they offend. However, the use of predictive policing is fraught with controversy. Critics argue that these algorithms are often biased, perpetuating existing racial and socioeconomic disparities in the criminal justice system. Moreover, they argue that predictive policing can create self-fulfilling prophecies, leading to increased surveillance and harassment in communities already disproportionately targeted by law enforcement. The realm of AI surveillance extends far beyond the familiar images of CCTV cameras and facial recognition software. AI is being integrated into a wide range of technologies, many of which we encounter in our daily lives without even realizing it. Take, for instance, the rise of social media monitoring. AI-powered tools are now being used by governments and corporations to track online conversations, identify potential threats, and even predict social unrest. These tools can analyze vast amounts of data from platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, identifying patterns and sentiments that might indicate brewing discontent or potential for violence. AI is also playing an increasingly prominent role in border control and immigration enforcement. Automated passport control systems use facial recognition to verify travelers' identities, while predictive analytics are being deployed to identify potential risks among visa applicants. Drones equipped with AI-powered cameras and sensors are also being used to patrol borders, track movements, and identify suspicious activity. The applications of AI in surveillance are constantly evolving, with new technologies and use cases emerging all the time. As AI systems become more sophisticated, their ability to collect, analyze, and interpret our personal data grows exponentially, blurring the lines between security and intrusion, between convenience and control. The erosion of privacy, living under the AI gaze. In an era of ubiquitous sensors and AI-powered surveillance, privacy is no longer a given, it's a luxury. As surveillance technologies become more sophisticated, they erode the boundaries between our public and private lives. Imagine a world where your every move is tracked, analyzed, and stored. Algorithms can predict your behavior and influence your decisions. This is the reality we are sleepwalking into. Consider the act of walking down a city street. Your face will be scanned, your gait analyzed, and your movements tracked. Even private spaces like your home are no longer immune. Smart devices can collect vast amounts of personal data. This constant surveillance can impact our behavior and psyche. It can lead to self-censorship and a chilling effect on free speech. When we know we are being watched, we are less likely to express ourselves freely. The chilling effect. When surveillance stifles dissent. A free and open society thrives on the ability of its citizens to express themselves without fear of reprisal. Yet, in an era of pervasive AI surveillance, the very act of dissent becomes fraught with risk. The fear of being flagged by an algorithm or targeted for surveillance can have a chilling effect on free speech. This chilling effect is particularly pronounced in authoritarian regimes where AI surveillance is used to suppress political opposition. The illusion of control. Who watches the watchers? AI surveillance is often argued to be essential for safety and security. It can prevent crime and combat terrorism, but this assumes responsible and ethical use by those in power. History shows power can be easily abused. Technologies meant to protect can suppress dissent and target minorities. The challenge is building safeguards to prevent misuse. Transparency and accountability are significant challenges. We often don't know what data is collected or how it's used. Algorithms operate as black boxes, making accountability difficult. Legal frameworks are outdated and inadequate. This creates a dangerous power imbalance. The gradual erosion of privacy and the chilling effect on dissent are interconnected symptoms of a larger problem, the slippery slope to mass surveillance. As AI surveillance technologies become more sophisticated, the temptation to use them for ever-expanding purposes grows. What begins as targeted surveillance can easily morph into mass surveillance, where entire populations are monitored. This is already happening in countries like China, where facial recognition and social media monitoring track millions of citizens. Even in democratic societies, the line between targeted and mass surveillance can blur, especially in times of crisis. Imagine a world where every step you take, every conversation you have, and every website you visit is tracked and analyzed. This is the reality we are moving towards as AI surveillance becomes integrated into our lives. From smartphones to CCTV cameras, we constantly generate data that can be collected and analyzed. AI systems can track our movements, analyze social media posts, and predict our future behavior. The normalization of surveillance creates a climate of self-censorship, stifling free expression and undermining democracy. At the heart of AI surveillance lies a voracious appetite for data. These systems thrive on vast quantities of information, building intricate profiles of our lives. Every digital interaction leaves behind data that can be collected and analyzed. This data collection often happens without our informed consent or meaningful control. The lack of control over our data has profound implications for privacy and autonomy, creating opportunities for discrimination and manipulation. Proponents of AI surveillance tout the objectivity of these systems, but this faith is misplaced. Algorithms are only as good as the data they are trained on, which often contains biases. AI surveillance systems can perpetuate and amplify existing inequalities, leading to unfair outcomes. Facial recognition systems, for example, are less accurate at identifying people of color, leading to wrongful arrests. When AI systems make decisions about surveillance or arrests, even small errors can have life-altering consequences. In the digital age, information is power, but AI can manipulate reality, blurring truth and falsehood. Deepfakes, videos, or audio recordings manipulated by AI can make it appear as if someone said or did something they didn't. Such deepfakes can influence public opinion, sow discord, and incite violence. AI is also used to generate synthetic text, flooding the internet with disinformation. The volume and sophistication of AI-generated content make it difficult to separate truth from falsehood, creating a climate of uncertainty. As AI-powered disinformation becomes more pervasive, the quest for truth becomes daunting. Traditional fact-checking struggles to keep pace with the speed of disinformation. AI-powered tools for detecting deepfakes offer hope but are still in early stages. We need a discerning approach to the information we consume, questioning sources and being aware of biases. The fight against AI disinformation is a societal challenge, requiring new norms and ethical frameworks. We stand at a pivotal moment where technological advancement intersects with freedom and privacy. AI surveillance offers both opportunities for security and threats to our values. The erosion of privacy and the rise of AI disinformation are real dangers. The choices we make today will determine whether AI becomes a tool for good or a weapon of oppression. This demands our full attention and commitment to safeguarding fundamental rights. The challenges posed by AI surveillance are complex but not insurmountable. We have the power to shape these technologies responsibly and ethically. We need to demand transparency and accountability from governments and corporations. Investing in privacy-enhancing technologies can mitigate risks without sacrificing benefits. Educating ourselves and engaging in public discourse is crucial to safeguarding our democracy. The debate over AI surveillance is often framed as a battle between security and privacy. We can find ways to have both by recognizing the need for security while safeguarding rights. This requires a nuanced approach, implementing safeguards and oversight mechanisms. Rejecting mass surveillance as a quick fix and demanding ethical scrutiny is essential. Engaging in conversations and demanding transparency will help navigate these challenges. The future of AI surveillance is not predetermined. We have the power to shape it. We can choose to be active citizens, demanding a say in how these technologies are developed. Fighting for our right to privacy is crucial in the digital age. Vigilance and engagement are necessary to challenge the status quo. The future of our freedom and democracy depends on our willingness to engage in this critical conversation. Well, folks, this is what we have for you today. If you find today's content interesting, please don't forget to like us and subscribe to AI World to get similar updates on artificial intelligence.